Alright guys, a little bit of technical difficulties today. I've been trying to do the Facebook Live on my phone, but for some reason it's not kicking in and the landscape mode is not working and so forth. So thanks for hanging on. I think you might have seen me go in and go out about 2-3 times, but hey, technical difficulties, it happens. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. If you are coming in live, just ping and tell me where you're coming from, and hopefully you're having great weather over here. It's really nice today. It's getting colder now. You can feel that the summertime is over. I'm still wearing my white, but I got a feeling that that's coming to an end. Good afternoon, Francine. Good to see you. So the subject today actually is one that I got an email about. Let me see if I can get that my messenger here. I get a lot of questions from people directly, which I love, and a lot of times what that does is that it does create some great subjects for me to talk about. So Janine actually was asking me what kind of juicer I was using, and she kind of alluded to the fact that she was using a NutriBullet a lot, and I know it's not a juicer. And a lot of people sometimes, what I hear is that what they dislike about juicing is the time it takes to clean the juicer. Now, mind you, it's never been too much of a fuss for me. I've had 4 juicers so far, and they've all had a degree of time, effort to clean them, because they're all different components, they're all built differently. So yes, it does take some time to do it. But I never thought, or I never felt that it was an excessive amount versus doing the usual pots and pans cleanup over breakfast or over lunch or things like that. So what I'm going to do today is I just finished doing a really nice mint watermelon juice. And I am going to do my cleaning in front of you, and we're going to time ourselves. We're going to see how fast that takes. And usually it takes me about 10, maximum 15 minutes to clean my juicer. Man, I got the lights just blaring behind me here. So I'm hoping also that this is going to show you how easy it can be. There's also 3 things you can do when you clean your juicer. One is that you can rinse it really well. The one part that's really important is using your brush, right? So whether you're using a centrifugal juicer that's got a big screen, that part needs to be cleaned with a brush really easily. You don't want any kind of food residue be stuck in that screen, because that's going to create bacteria. It's going to create bad taste in your future juice. That's what you want to avoid. The rest of the juicer parts, though, can be thrown in the dishwasher. So that is a huge time saving. You know, if you're doing this in the morning before you go to work type of thing and all that, just throw it in the dishwasher. The screen part you want to clean thoroughly, and that may take 5-10 minutes. That's about it, right? The other thing that a comment I get a lot is after you've juiced, mostly when you've done the carrots, turmeric, there's some, even kale sometimes, you'll have a residue on your goblets, right? That's going to stay. And even when you use a good dish soap and all that, that film is going to stay. So how you get that cleaned up? Of course, a dishwasher does a great job at really thoroughly cleaning everything up. But if you do it by hand, something you can do is you can let it soak, and you can use some clothing soap. So either a natural clothing soap like we use, or the Oxy powder. You just put a little bit of powder in there and let it sit there for at least an hour and a half. And that's going to take all that residue out. Then after that, of course, because you've used clothing soaps, you want to make sure to push it through the dishwasher and wash it by hand thoroughly to remove that residue as well. But that will make it brand new clean, trust me. I do that probably every 2-3 months. I give it a very deep clean at that point, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to move this over there, and I'm just going to take my parts of my juicer. So this is the top part, and so I got some soap and water here, you know, the traditional stuff. So I'm just going to let it soak there and put all the parts in there. Remove that. Now, my juicer is the Tri-Best Slow Star. So it comes in, so you'll see this is the big part here, and it comes into 4 different parts. So you have your first one, which is your rotor, which will masticate all your vegetables and fruits. And then you have your screen part that comes into 2 parts, which is one that's really easy to clean. You just let it soak. This is the one that you need to work on. This is the one, you see this one's got all the screens around. This is the part that you need to put some attention to, and you use that little brush. Depending on the juicer you have, you might have a bigger brush. If you look at the centrifugal, usually they come with a really large square brush, so you have to use that. So first thing you want to do is you want to rinse it out. And that usually does a really great job right off the bat at cleaning. And then under running water, you just, let me see if I can pull the camera so you guys can see this. If I had 4 hands, it would be even better. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, I'll do it that way. There you go. So, after running water, you just use your brush. And don't be afraid of putting some pressure to it. And you just let it soak at the same time as you're brushing it. And what that does is that it frees up all these little particles of fruits and vegetables that might be caught in the screen. And there you go. I gotta tell you that of all the juicers that I've had, the Tri-Best Slow Star is probably the easiest one I've had to clean. Now I've heard similar comments from people that have the Champion juicers and all that, so I'm not saying this is the only one. So once you've done that, if you look at it, that is very, very good. So just let it there, sit there to go dry. Then you rinse that under hot water. You rinse that under hot water as well. There you go. And then the big part is this portion here. Now the Tri-Best, you have a little stopper in the back here, which stops the food from coming back in. So you just pull that up. You use your brush to go underneath here just to remove anything that might be stuck there. And here, just let it soak in soapy water a little bit. Rinse it out. Rub it. Now this part is the one that we'll throw in a dishwasher probably every week and a half. I use it every day. So like I said, mostly when you're using carrots and things like that, you'll find that carrots will stain a lot more. And then for the rotor, it's pretty easy. The rotor, there's always a little bit of food that gets caught a little bit in the back over here, so you just make sure you rinse that out really well. And that's it. And there you go. The only part left is rinsing out our container. Put some soap in there. And that took me less than 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. I mean, this video has been going on for about that, and we're finished. So as you can tell, it's not that hard to clean it. It's just the time that it takes to do it, right? So then you just let it dry. It takes about probably 45 minutes for it to dry properly. Then you put it back together again, and you're ready for your next juicing. If you are using a centrifugal, like I said, the centrifugal has got a very large screen, so you will have to scrub a lot more. But again, a lot more is not 20 minutes. A lot more might be an extra 2-3 minutes. So an average 15 minutes to clean your juicer is not that much. If I calculate, like this morning I did bacon and eggs for the kids and all that stuff, and by the time we cleaned up the whole kitchen, that took me a good 15-20 minutes to clean all the pots and pans and everything else. So the time difference is about the same when you're preparing a juice versus you're preparing a regular meal. So for me, that's a non-factor when you compare both. It's really about the benefits that you get, right? So you're spending about the same amount of time. You're not doing the same amount of work. You're not cleaning it the same way, but you can still use a dishwasher. But the benefits of juicing, that's the part that you can't beat. And what you get out of it is you get something really nice. So this is going to be my afternoon juice, my watermelon and mint, because I'm going to be going outside today, spending a lot of time in the garden. So with that was my video. If you guys are avid juicer right now and you're having difficulty with the cleaning, or you have comments about the ones that you have, that it's working very well, that you're finding good result, put that in the comment. Even if you're seeing this as a replay, share that with people, because I think a lot of people are looking for a juicer. If you are looking for one, I can recommend one to you as well. But like I always say, the best juicer to use is the one you're using right now. If you don't have one, then go to the store and get one. It doesn't really matter what level you're getting. If you're starting, you want to start somewhere. So if price is an issue, start with a low-end one. At least you're going to get going. The problem with low-end juicers, I got to tell you right away, is that you will probably outlive it very fast. Because once you start seeing the benefit of juicing, you will find that you want something that's better. You want something that's going to get you a better yield on your fruits and vegetables, so you're not wasting a lot of the pulp and the juice extract. The cleaning of it, you may find a bit more cumbersome in some of the lower end model, because there's a lot of parts put together again and all that stuff. But at least you're starting. So if you have any kind of comments, you have questions about juicing, juicers, blenders, and so forth, send me a comment, private message. I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. And with that, take control of your health, become more, and have a great Sunday. Take care, guys.